test is going to be that Friday night in town, and who can take it easy in the later hours, you know, who's going to be chasing the tail around in town, you know, some of that local flavor.
Yes.
And
I
who's
hear
gonna
they
get
have
home and get a good night's rest for the tournament.
mullets and buck teeth in Twain Harte, that's for sure. Yum yum.
That works for some, doesn't it? The 5th pick in the draft will be awarded to.
Oh.
Still no duplicates. This has been
a
very
good.
seamless.
Yeah, it has. Oh, let's see what we got here. Nope.
We got a duplicate there. We're going to keep going. Cue the music, Peg, would you?
Well, I gotta say, Peg has been looking really good.
Wow. The guy has just really good fortune, it seems.
Oh my God.
It's one of those guys where if it can go right, if there's a slim chance, it will go right. He only has 2 scrolls in all of these scrolls, and yet, here's his name, with the 5th pick.
With the 5th pick in the 2013 Twain Harte Menstown competition.
Wow.
Benny.
That's just unbelievable. Yeah, no, I mean,
champ.
that's a solid pick for him. He can avoid the Delsano plague that got him 2 years ago.
Yes.
He has now a choice. I just can't believe when there's, you know, like 20 some odd scrolls left in there, and he has 2. Here comes his name. And, you know, where are Levette and Rosen? They're just sitting there waiting.
The luck of the Italian, and we might have to go through a few scrolls here just to get the...
It's between Levette and Rosen to see who's going to be picking last. And who doesn't even bother having to go into the war room, I suppose.
I think I'll take a drink here. Let's let's just keep on going here, folks, because here we have
Oh, it worked out! We just pulled one, and we're
Oh my Lord! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the 6th pick in the 2013
this will be
Twain Harte
interesting.
Menstown competition. 1 Levette.
Wow.
Oh,
you know, I mean, Levette has had a couple of years where he's come up short, and this might reunite him again for a 3rd straight year with Simerson, because I just don't know if any of these competitors above are going to have interest in that competitor.
No doubt, no doubt. The thunder at the bottom of this draft order is pretty severe. Then it tails off considerably with perhaps a little poetic justice. Rosen did not deserve to have a win last year.
Wow.
His name is on the cup for all eternity, but I don't think he'll see a repeat anytime soon because he has the 7th pick.
Well, a lot of scuttlebutt that Rosen was carried by a superior player and had an easy road to the final, and then, you know, obviously a very easy opponent in the final where they collapsed on the ping pong table. Yeah, Adam Rosen. We'll see what he's made of now, because he's going to have to work with the last pick in the draft and try and take that competitor all the way to the promised land.
No doubt, and if I could have done 100 mock drafts or mock, picks, I would never have thought the top 3 that I've seen here. It just didn't occur to me that was the way it was going to work out.
Yeah, I mean, you had Clay here with only 3 scrolls in the scroll bank. You had Benny with 2 scrolls, and both those guys go on the top 5. It's pretty impressive. This perennial championship.
Yeah, but we're also.
I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No, but
they're always in there. They're always in the thick of the conversation, aren't they?
No doubt, and we're seeing a lot of the lesser talent really distributed around. We got Dom in the middle, and Rosen at the end, and even a Maloney. I've never been a big Maloney believer, but there he is. He's got the 2nd pick. Maybe this is the year he can change some minds. But let's get right into it.
Yeah.
Let's quickly mock it out for our audience here. Spencer's got the number 1 pick. We've got Reyes, we got Jones, we got Simerson, DTs, Delsano, BJ, Phil. Where's Spencer going to go with that 1st pick?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I have a lot of these other competitors figured out. Spencer, sometimes goes against the grain. I think he likes a more fiery competitor to partner with. When I look at this, I think a guy like Jones jumps out at me.
Jones.
I think Paul's probably is the highest ranked of the players, but I think Jones, and it might even be a block, because I think Maloney will covet Jones again to try and get that team back together. I see Jones going number 1 with Spencer Wood.
Really? Yes, Ray as a star has really fallen. Maloney, who's he going to pick? That second pick, Jones is off the table.
Yeah, with Jones off the table, I think he's got to take Paul. I think Paul just has enough value there, even though he has no championships. He competes every year. He's had a couple of subpar years recently.
I notice he drinks a lot of water out there too. You know, just like Maloney. They don't, you know, they kind of drink, kind of not.
Yeah, we haven't seen those two competitors stumbling too much into the gates of the tournament, but you know, I mean, Maloney's a champion. And he's moved himself into the 3rd spot. Picking here, I think he's got to take Paul Reyes.
No doubt, no doubt. Now Clay, last to be picked last year, must have been crushing. Now he's got a chance to really pick one of those people who didn't pick him first. Or maybe not. Maybe he goes with the Phil, you know, an unknown quantity.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
You know, I think we're going to need to see Phil in those, you know, preliminary play.
He's got about 36 hours to kind of show something.
Yeah, I think a lot's going to be said there. I think he's got some talent, as people have said, but again, when you talk him up on these shows, it can be dangerous.
Yes.
I don't think Clay goes with an unproven. He says he can win with anybody. I don't think he'll go Delsano or BJ. I actually think he's going to go with Simerson.
Simerson, really?
Yeah, I think Simerson's got fire in his belly. He likes that. I think he thinks he can contain Simerson, and he's got enough talent to take them to the final and take their chances.
Wow, so we're going 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I think you got to go 1, 2, 3 there.
All right, now we got Dom Hilligus with the 4th pick.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is a real toss-up. I think he'll avoid DTs in that.
Really?
Who is the next highest ranked player? I think just because of the volatility, can't have the 2 Doms together.
Interesting.
I actually think that BJ goes here. I think BJ comes into this Menstown
very level-headed is BJ.
More focused. I think he's a likable guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think everyone was all, you know, BJ's a great guy, BJ's a great guy. You know, end of the tournament, they're like, oh, this BJ is kind of full of shit because he can't win.
You let it go to his head. Rumor has it that BJ in Hilligus had a late night post-tourney.
Yeah,
drinking,
they did.
Drinking the box wine.
I think water under the bridge from the year before where Hilligus was a complete meltdown. I think Hilligus wants another chance with BJ to prove that he can win. They won't win. But I think he's going to take that chance, and he's going to grab BJ at 4.
Interesting, interesting. So that leaves, now we're getting into this little segment of some pretty solid heavyweights. Obviously, Benny and Levette, they've won a few championships, and their egos are both enough to, you know, just unbelievable egos here. Who gets whom?
Well, we know the Benassini-Delsano team did not work, so I'm going to take him off the table. So it'd be between DTs and a Phil McCauley. You could have the tallest team out there with, with Phil and Benny, like recreating the Levette-Benny tandem that kind of ran through Clear Lake. But I'm going to go with DTs here. I think Benassini's going to try and kind of hone in some of that emotion that DTs brings and try and get him to a place where he hasn't even sniffed. That's a final. I have DTs going there.
Interesting. It would be an interesting team to say the least. I'm not buying it. I think DTs was very critical of Benny. He has been critical of Benny, saying the guy's a paper tiger and you know, not worthy of those cup championships. And DTs is a prideful guy. He wants to win with someone who hasn't won before. But, you know, if he was to get asked to be on a team, he's certainly not going to say no. He wants to be on a team. He wants to help whatever team he's on win. So, good for DTs. He's a hell of a competitor. Up next is Levette. You know, he's Phil.
You know, I think Levette's one of those guys that's been, you know, behind the scenes touting the abilities of Phil. I think he's a believer that Phil has enough if he's, you know, sculpted right and brought along properly, that they can do something together. They're going to be a tall team, which Levette likes. He likes reach in the games. He likes holy